good. So first I want to do the mic test. So actually, can you actually hear what I'm saying right now? I hope you can. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for waiting. So we will start to discuss about the MRSM paper 2. This one is for MF, and then yeah, so is there anything want to ask me before I start the virtual class? If no, then yeah, let's start about the virtual class. So I will share my screen, and then I hope all of you can actually see the screen. All right, so let's go to the screen. Okay, I hope all of you can actually see what happened in the screen, and then let me just adjust a little bit on the screen here. Okay, this is, you can obviously see this is the MRSM mathematics tambahan, which is the MF paper 2. How many sets of paper are you gonna discuss? Yes, I think we can discuss about 2 to 3 more sets before the SPM MF exam. Alright, so let's have a look on the first question here. Okay, let me just move a little bit over here. Yeah, it should be good. Alright, so for this one, this is the question number 1 here. Okay, so the table will actually show the cumulative frequencies of the total corrections of the donation money from 300 school from 30 school. All right, so something is very important to pay attention over here is this one is cumulative frequency. This is not the frequency. So what you will need to do is you have to find out what is frequency. This is your first step. Right, so for this kind of questions, yes, so you need to find out the frequency. So I will just like do the minus thingy. So this one, the first one is just 2, so the frequency is just 2. So the second one is just 18 minus 2, which is 16. This one will be 26 minus 18, which is 8. And then this one is 30 minus 26, which is 4. Alright, you always need to double check, like you sum all the x here, see is it equals to 30. It have to be equals to 30. Alright, then okay, then I will go to the first question over here. Without drawing the ogive, calculates the medians of the total amounts of donation money collected by the school. So you need to find median. So in order to find median, you will need to know which class actually is for median. So very easy, so you just take the n, which is 30, just do something like n plus 1 over 2 th. So that's mean I have 30 plus 1 over 2 th, which is, I know my median actually fall at 15.5 here. So 15.5 according to the frequency here, 15.5 actually fall in this class. So I know this one basically is my median class over here. Alright, and then you should know about the formula for median. The formula for median basically is a lower boundary of the median class plus total n means the total number divided by 2 minus cumulative frequency before the median class divide by the frequency of the median class multiply with the class width. Alright, so I will show you how actually to sub everything here. So this is not mean, this is median. Alright, so this is median. So basically lowest boundary of the median class. This one is your median class, right? Your lower boundary is 50.5. If you do not know how to find a lower boundary, just you take the 51 plus 50 divided by 2. So you will get 50.5 plus n over 2. N is 30. So 30 divided by 2 is simple. Minus, what is this? The capital F here is a cumulative frequency before the median class. Your median class is over here, isn't it? So before the median class, that means is this one. But this one must be cumulative frequency before the median class. So let's say my median class is this one 101 to 150. My cumulative frequency before the median class will be 18. Alright, so you should know F should be cumulative frequency. Alright, in this case it's just 2. divide by the frequency of the median class. So this is your median class, right? So your frequency will be 18. So divided by 18. Multiply the class size. Class size, how to find the class size? Basically, you take the upper boundary minus the lower boundary. Right? So basically is you will take something like 100.5 minus 50.5. So you'll get 50. So this one is 50. Right? Even some reference book actually teach you something like use the upper limit minus lower limit and then plus 1. It's the same idea, alright? Then you just use your calculator to type everything in your calculator. You should be able to get your median score easily. Yes, this is not 18. We have to take the frequency of the median class, which is this one, which is 16. Because 18 is a cumulative frequency. Alright, so yeah, so it is 18. Thanks for some students actually remind me on that. So yeah, after you type in your calculator already, you should be able to get the median, which is 91.125. Okay, whenever you get the answer, you have to make sure your answer is within the median class. What do I mean? Because this is the median class, right? So your answer over here should be between 51 to 100. If today you actually get something like 104, you know your answer is wrong. Because your answer should be within the median class. Alright, this is something you need to pay attention at. Alright, so this is how we find the median. Just sub everything into the formula. You just need to know which one is, what is the meaning of each one. Alright, so then we go to the B. Alright, so calculate the standard deviation of the total amount of donation collected by the school. So right now you need to find the standard deviation. The formula for standard deviation basically is sum of fx squared divided by sum of f minus the mean square, which is sum of fx over sum of f squared. Alright, this is the formula of standard deviation. So I will need to find out all the information I needed. Then I will substitute into the formula. Alright, so I will just erase whatever thing you see here. Okay, so the first thing is I will need to find sum of fx, and then I need to find sum of fx squared. So I will do the fx first. Oh, I don't even have x, so I will do the x first. X basically is the mid interval. So I will use 1 plus 50 divided by 5, so it's 25.5. So this one should be 75.5, and the next one should be 125.5. The next one should be 175.5. Alright, then I will do the fx. Basically, it's f multiply x. And then I will use the calculator to find. And then this one I will get 51. This one I will get 1208. This one I will get 1004. Just use x multiply with f, right? And then this one I will get 702. And then I will always find my sum of fx because this is important for me. So it will be 2965. Alright, then the next thing is I will need to find sum of x squared. So I will find fx squared. Fx squared basically is fx multiplied with x. That means you just take whatever fx here, you multiply with the x. Alright, this is how we do the sum of fx squared. So the first one you should get 1300.5. The second one you should get 91204. This one you should get 126002. This one you should get 123201. And then I will sum of all the x squared here. That means I plus all together. I should get a very big number here, which is 341707.5. Alright, then I will sub everything into here to find my standard deviation. So my standard deviation here is basically a square root of sum of fx squared. I mean, yeah, so it should be 341707.5 divided by sum of x, which is 30, minus sum of fx, which is 2965 over 30 square. And then you just type everything in your calculator. You should be easily to get the correct answer, which is 40.277. Alright, this is how we do this kind of standard deviation for group data. Right, I hope so far you can understand it. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, this one, solve the following simultaneous equation. So this one, yeah, it's very easy. So got tips to identify the correct answer for standard deviation. You want to identify the answer is correct or not. Yeah, there's no way I can identify. Yeah, only for the median, yeah, you can do that fast. But for standard deviation, you just make sure you tap your calculator correctly for everything, and then you just make sure you don't use cumulative frequency to straight away multiply with your mid interval, your midpoint. Yeah, then make sure everything calculate correctly, then you should be fine. You should be able to get the correct answer. Right, so for simultaneous equation, I will just skip it. I hope all of you can do this one because this is very easy. Yeah, just expand it. Alright, so okay, number 3, the quadratic function have the minimum value. So whenever you see the minimum value, it means what? It means this one is your y value of minimum point, okay, of your minimum coordinates. Minimum value over here means y value of your minimum coordinate, because later you will get a minimum coordinate x and y, right? When I say value, they actually state for the y here. Alright, so you will need to know about this. So where p and q are the constant, the graph function is symmetry at this one. So when it's symmetry at x equals to q minus 4, you should know this one basically is your answer here, which is q minus 4. Alright, and then your y over here should be -7 minus p squared. Alright, so you will need to understand the question in order to actually got the answer correctly. Alright, so the next thing I will do is basically I will do a complete square for my fx. So I got my fx equals to x squared minus 2px minus q. Alright, so yeah, so in order to make sure I do the things correctly, I will just factorize. I mean, okay, if the x squared, the coefficient of x squared is 1, I mean the number in front of x squared here is positive 1, you just copy the first term and the second term. And then you need to plus something square, you minus something square, and then you minus q. Alright, so what happened next is basically the something over here will be your b divided by 2. Your b is -2p, right? Become -p because divide by 2. Alright, and then the first 3 term here, you will combine, become something bracket square. Take the first and the last term, which is x minus p. Okay, a lot of students will ask me why I can factorize like this. You're trying to expand this one, you can get the first 3 term over here. I can show you. If I expand this one quickly, I will get x squared minus 2px plus p squared, which is exactly the first 3 term. Alright, so this is how we do the factorization here. And then minus this one will be p squared minus q. Alright, so from here we can actually get our x coordinate and y coordinate easily. Our x coordinate is basically -p, then it becomes positive p. And my y coordinate is basically -p squared minus q. And just now I just tell you about your x coordinate should be q minus 4. So I will say p equals to q minus 4, which is my first equation. And this is your second equation. Your second equation will be -p squared minus q equals to -7 minus p squared. So minus p squared and minus p squared I will simplify. So q basically equals to 7. If q equals to 7, p equals to 7 minus 3, p is 7 minus 4, which is 3. Okay, this is how you get your p and q easily. Just make sure you can do the complete and square. And then the question asks you to sketch. So before I sketch it, I will need to sub my p and q into my coordinate, because I want to know what is my minimum coordinate, which is 3, -3 squared, which is -9, -9 minus 7, so you will get -16. You just sub the P and Q into the equation here. Alright, so then I can sketch a graph, and sketch a graph you will need one more thing, which is the y-intercept. This is minimum coordinate, but you still need to know what is a y-intercept. So I will just sub everything into my fx, which is x squared. P is 3, right? So it will be minus 6x minus 7. So I want to find my x-intercept. That means I want to find my y-intercept, which is my x equal to 0. Then I will get negative 7. That means it will pass by negative 7, which is my my fx-intercept. Right, then, okay, then I will just sketch it. So if I want to sketch this one, I know my coordinate is 3. Yep. So it's basically, I have something like this. So this one over here will be 3, and then here will be negative 16. And then just now I just find the y-intercept, which is fx-intercept. You can call it y or fx, so which is negative 7. Okay, this is x. Okay, this is how you get the 2 mark. Alright, shouldn't be too difficult. I hope you can do it. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Alright. Diagram 4 actually show the sector MKN and the sector PNL. So I have two sectors here, which is the MKN, means this is the big sector, and then we have another sector which is the PNL. Okay, this is PNL, yeah, this is another sector. Alright, so yes, so and then I tell you LM is a straight line and perpendicular. Everything you can see in the diagram over here. So NP, N to P basically is 6 according to here. So here will be 6, here will be 6 also, because this 2 is the radius of the sector MPL. Alright, and then the question basically tell you LN ratio KN. LN, L to N ratio K to N. Alright, so it's 3 ratio 5. So since LN ratio KN is 3 ratio 5, now the 3 here actually becomes 6 centimeter. You know, basically you need to multiply 2. So this one multiply 2, I will get 10 cm. So here already 6 cm, so I know here will be 4 cm. Alright, and then this one is a right angle triangle. I can use a Pythagoras to find out here itself is 8 centimeter. Alright, Pythagoras just like 10 square minus 6 square, and then you square root it, you should get 8 here. Alright, so I have all the information here. So the first one, they asked me to find the radians, find the angle for L and P. Where is L and P? Alright, so I will sketch out the triangle over here. And then this one is my my L and P. Basically, the question asks you to find this angle. So what I will do is I will use 6 and 10 maybe, and then I will use cos. Alright, so adjacent over hypotenuse. So I will say cos angle LMP equals to 6 over 10. So therefore, angle LMP, I will move the cos to the other side, and make sure you change your calculator into the radian. So if you're calculating in radian, you just like shift your cos, you will get cos inverse 6 over 10. So you will get, which is 0.9273 radian. Right, it's quite simple. You just use a triangle to actually solve it. It's not really tough for this kind of question. Okay, I hope you can actually see that. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, the parameter in the shaded region. So basically now you need to find a parameter of the shaded region. So what you need to do is basically you need to find this arc length. So yeah, this arc length is quite easy after you have all the angle. So this angle, we just got it just now, which is let me see, which is 0.9273. 0.9273, and you can find this angle easily by using the 180 minus both, right? 90 degree basically is pi over 2. Alright, so I can find this angle over here. 180 is pi minus pi over 2 minus 0.9273. 0.9273. Alright, then I can get the angle easily here. Pi minus pi over 2 minus 0.9273. So I can get the angle is 6435 radian. Alright, so I have all the angle already. I can find this arc length easily by using the formula S equals to R theta. My R for this sector basically is 10, isn't it? So 10 multiply the angle, which is 0.6435. So you get, which is 6.435 cm for the arc length N to M. Alright. Alright, then the next thing I will need to find is basically I need to find this arc length over here, which is P to L. Okay, so in order to get a PL, I have the angle, right? So this one is basically, let me change color. Oops. It's basically same thing, S equals to R theta. So my R in this sector basically here is 6. And my theta is that one. So I will just sub my theta into it, which is 0.9273. Alright, then this one, 0.9273, you multiply it by 6. You actually get 5.5638. Alright, so then you can find the parameter of the shattered region. Basically just this length plus this length and then plus 6 and plus this one. Okay, how to find L to M? Because this one is a radius, right? The radius is 10, since here is 8, so here will be 2 cm. Alright, then I will just plus everything. 2 cm here, plus the 6 centimeter, plus the 6, and then plus 6.435, and then plus 5.5638. Okay, then I will just plus everything, plus 6.435 plus 8. So I should get 19.99. Okay, it's just 20 centimeter. Okay, I hope my answer is correct. Is there anything you want to ask so far? Should be okay, right? This is the formula to find the arc length. Okay, if okay, then we will move on to the next question here. Okay, this one will be tough a little bit. Yeah, for the MRSM paper, I find it not really difficult compared to the other state paper. I actually been through the Kedah one. Some question is quite tough. Even for me, want to explain to you is not easy also, but I will try on next week. So next week, basically, we will discuss about the Kedah paper one, okay, for MF. Yes, this video basically will upload to the YouTube later. Yeah, the Pahang paper, I guess, is after the Kedah paper. Alright, so let's go to the question number 5 here. So the solution by skill drawing is not accepted. So that means you cannot use your ruler to measure it. Alright, so diagram 5 represents the science garden MRSM Bestari. The garden is quadrilateral shape and BD is a straight line. Alright, so we have some information here. Okay, so the science club member built a reflexology path BD, and they want to build another straight reflexology path to the joint A. So basically it's just some path, okay, A to BD. Okay, and then at the point M, find the length of M. So I do not know where is M. I just assume it's somewhere, maybe it's somewhere here. Okay, you have a coordinate M here, and at M you have the coordinate H and 2H. Alright, this one actually is quite tough for some students. So I know AM, the distance of AM is square root 32. So before I start to actually do that, so I will need to actually find something. So in order to, because I guess the question asks you to find H and K. So I will need to find the H and K. K is at the coordinate D here. H is at the coordinate M here. So since we have the distance from A to M here, yeah, we can use the distance formula definitely to form our first equation. And then since I want to find the coordinate M, which is the intersection between the line AM and BD, so I guess I will find the equation of BD also. Alright, so therefore I will just find the equation for BD first. So gradient for BD is basically k minus 0 over negative 2 minus 3. So it's negative k over 5. Then I can form my equation by using the y minus 0. Y minus 0 equals to gradient negative k over 5 and then x minus 3. And then I'll just form this equation. So I will get negative k over 5 x plus 3k over 5. This is the equation of BD. Alright, then the next thing I will do is I trying to use the distance formula over here, because the distance for AM is square root 32, which is given. So the distance formula actually should be quite okay, right? So I will just do over here. So distance formula basically has 2 bracket square plus together square root. This one actually is a pattern of Pythagoras, alright? So I will say something like 5 minus h square and then 6 minus 2h. So here I will have 6 minus 2h. Alright, I hope you can get it. So okay, so then will equals to square root 32. So whenever I see both sides is square root, I will straight away simplify the square root. Alright, then I will just expand it. So I will get like 25 minus 10h plus h square plus 36. This is 12 minus 24h plus 4h square equals to 32. Alright, I will solve it. 4h square plus h square, I get 5h square. Alright, this one negative 10h, and then this one minus 24h minus 34h. Then I have something like 32 move to the other side, minus 32. 36 minus 32, I will left 4. 4 plus 25, which is 29, equals to 0. Alright, and then I will just trying to factorize it. Yeah, because 29 is a prime number, so I guess this one is very easy to factorize. So I will write a 29 here, and then I'll write a 1 here, and then I minus both. So my h will equals to 29 over 5, or my h will equals to 1. Alright, so over here you basically you will need to actually like trying to solve it. You will need to solve it, and then you need to understand h is basically the x value here. Since here is 3, so impossible will be 29 over 5. 29 over 5 is 5.8 or 5.9. So this one, the x value should be for this value, right? So I will reject this one. I will reject this one. I will take this answer. So if I know the answer, so my coordinate M is h and 2h, right? So which is 1 and 2. That's all. Okay, so then I can get the k easily if I have the coordinate, isn't it? So is there any faster way for me to find the k? Yeah, I will just substitute the 1 and 2 into this equation, because coordinate M basically is line on the lines of BD, right? So I will substitute this one into the x and y over here. So y is 2 and x is 1. So I will solve this equation. So yeah, I will multiply 5 for the whole equation. So if I multiply 5 for the whole equation here, so I will get 10 equals to negative k plus 3k. So I will get 2k equals to 10, k equals to 5. Alright, this is how we actually get the value of k. Okay, why I can substitute m into this equation? Because m is lie on the lines of BD. So I can do that. what if you put the coordinate b into the equation? Yes, you can still put your coordinate b into the equation, but it doesn't seem help because you will get 0. Yes, so if you sub the coordinate b into it, you can try to sub, I guess you will get 0. So yeah, it couldn't help you a lot if you substitute coordinate b into it. So you will need to find other coordinate and then try to substitute into it. Alright, hence determine whether the AM is a shorter distance to AB. So if you want to know the shorter distance from A to BD, I mean from A to BD, you will need to prove that, because if A to BD is a shorter distance, here will need to have the 90 degree. So if you can prove that the gradient of AM to the gradient of BD is equals to the -1, then we can prove that this one is a shorter distance. Because shorter distance must be always 90 degree over here. Alright, so I will find the both gradient maybe. Since we have the K already, right? So D, okay, so we can find here. I mean, yeah, anyway will do. So coordinate D basically is -2, 5. And then B is basically 3, 0. And A is basically 5, 6. And M is basically 1, 2. Alright, so I will find both of their gradient to actually show in the part B one. Alright, so I will find the gradient for BD. Basically, I use 5 minus 0 over -2 minus 3, which is 5 over -5, which is -1. And then I find the gradient of AM. I use 6 minus 2 over 5 minus 1, which is 4 over 4, which is 1. Then I will use the gradient of BD, multiply the gradient of AM. Then I will get -1 multiply 1, which is -1. Then I just write. Okay, then I just write, since A, then you can, yeah, determines whether there is a shorter distance. Yeah, you will say yes, because the BD is perpendicular to AM. Okay, this is how I will write. But of course, you can refer to the marking scheme. Alright, so and then find the area of the science garden. So basically, you need to find the area. So yeah, you use all the coordinate here. So I will just find the area using the, oops, it's hang a little bit. Okay, so I will just find the area using here. So the area will be A, B, C, D. So A, B, C. We don't have C here. I'll write the C here, which is -5, -4. Alright, since I have all the coordinate A, B, C, D, I can find the whole garden. So I'll find over here. So the area basically is half. I will follow the order: 5, 6, 3, 0, -5, -4, -2, 5. Repeat the first one, 5, 6. Right, this is how we find the area. Must follow back the A, B, C, D, and then which is half. And then you basically need to multiply like this, isn't it? So you will get 5 multiplied 0 is just 0. 3 multiplied -4, -12, plus minus, this is minus, -25. Let me just erase it. So it will be -25. This one multiplied with -12. Minus the other side. Then you will multiply like this. Okay, so this one will be 25 plus 8, 0 plus 18. Alright, then you just solve this one by using the calculator, which is -12 minus 25 minus 12, -49 minus 25 plus 8 plus 18. So you get the whole thing, you will get -100. Oh, I already like solve all together. So you will get -100, which is positive 100, so the area should be 50 units square. Alright, this is how we find the area for any shape into the coordinates. Alright, so okay, this is question 6 over here. We will actually, okay, this is another KBAT question. So yeah, we will finish this question 6 and then we will break for a while. I can call this one is a K-but. It's not really difficult, but it's not usual. I mean, it's not the common question. Alright, so okay, you have to read the question. So Syarikat Tudung Saji want to build a replica of the fruit cover in the shape of cone. So that the company trying to build a cone here with the height which h, which is stated there in front of its building as shown in the diagram 6a. Alright, so the replica is to build from the piece of zinc in the shapes of the sector with the radius 5 meter and the arc length is x. Alright, so okay, given that the volume, express V in terms of h. So basically right now you have to use this zinc, you have to use the whole zinc here and then kind of flip it or rotate it, mean you actually need to transform it into a cone. So you need to take this one into a cone. So the first thing is I will find the relationship between the sector and the cone here. So the first information I realized, if I just trying to like flip this sector, the arc length here will actually become the circumference here. Right, this is something you need to understand and pay attention. And then the radius here actually will become the slant height here. So I know the slant height here now will become 5. Alright, so therefore the question asked me to express V in terms of h. So I will need to actually link it. So I know the arc length over, I mean the arc length equals to the circumference here. So the circumference here, which is 2 pi r, should equal to x. Because yeah, they are the same thing. Alright, so I can easily to get my r if I want, but it's okay. I see, because I want it in terms of h. Okay, so the volume here is basically is 1 over 3 pi r square h. So in order to sub the r into here, I will need to do something. Okay, so r equals to x over 2 pi. So I can sub into that. And then I will use the Pythagoras to actually form another equation. So I have the r, right? So do you see that this is a right angle triangle? So I have a right angle triangle here. Hypotenuse is 5, this is h, and radius is x over 2 pi. So I can form the one equation here by making x as a subject. So I can say h square plus x over 2 pi square equals to 5 square. This is Pythagoras, you should familiar. So x square plus, this one should be x square over 4 pi square equals to 25. Then I will make the x square as a subject, because later, because the question one in terms of h, that means I cannot have x over there. So my x square basically equals to 25 minus h square and then multiply with 4 pi square. Right, I hope you can actually see that. Okay, so I might need to square root or might not. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So let's see what happened here. So I will substitute my r into this equation. So with 1 over 3 pi, and my r is this one, right? So I will get something like x over 2 pi square h. So my v basically equals to half, 1 over 3 pi x square over 4 pi square h. Because I want to live in terms of h, so I will not change the h here. And then I realize I have the x square, isn't it? I have the x square here, so I will substitute my x square into here. So yeah, so I write over here. So v equals to 1 over 3 pi. Okay, so this one basically here will be 25 minus h square 4 pi square. You realize I never multiply the 4 pi square into it because I know I can simplify it multiply with h. Now the 4 pi square and 4 pi square I can cut. Alright, then I will, this one should be my final answer. So my v basically equals to, okay, 1 over 3 pi multiplied 25 should be 25 over 3 pi h. 1 over 3 pi minus this one should be negative 1 over 3 pi h cubed. Alright, this is how I get the first 3 mark, by doing a loss of substitution. Hence or otherwise, find the values of x when the volume of replicas to build is maximum. So maximum we know basically is dv dh equals to 0. So I will just differentiate this one, and then I will need to find the values of x. So I differentiate this one, I will get 25 over 3 pi minus the 3 move in front minus 1, so it will become 3 over 3 is 1 pi h squared equals 0. So 25 over 3 pi equals to pi h squared. Pi and pi I simplified, so I know h squared equals to 25 over 3. You realize I never make h as a subject because in order to find the x here, I have the h squared here. So what I will do is I will sub back my h squared into here. So it's 25, my h squared is over 25 over 3. And then multiply with 4 pi squared. And then this is x squared, right? So in order to find the x, I will need to square root the whole thing. Alright, I hope you actually see that. So my x is basically equal to square root of 25 minus 25 over 3, 4 pi squared. Alright, so then you just use the calculator. Should be able to get the correct answer easily. And your answer multiply with 4 multiply with pi square. Square root answer. Yeah, I get 25.651 here. Is my answer correct? I hope my answer is correct. This is question number 6 because I have the marking scheme with me, so I can always check my answer is correct or not. 25.65, yeah, which is correct, yes. Alright, so we will actually break for a while, and then we will come out from for the section B and section C. Yes, so for the section C, I don't think I will do all the questions. Maybe I will do 2 to 3 questions. I try to do all the questions for section B. So I will see you guys later. We'll have a 5-minute break here. So I'll go to drink some water. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Alright, thanks for your time. So we'll actually continue for question 7 to 12. I guess it's about 12 question. So yeah, so I guess yeah, we will go to the question. Oops. So and you realize actually it's kind of hang already for OneNote, so I will restart my OneNote here. Oops, why so small? Okay, give me a moment. Alright, 15 question here. Alright, so wow, we still have a long way to go. Yeah, we might not be able to finish this paper by today, so maybe some paper I will just like post another short video to actually discuss about it. So anyways, I still hope you can learn something from this class over here. Alright, so okay, let's have a look on the 7a, which is the trigo. This one actually is not too difficult. I mean, yeah, should be okay. So yeah, the first thing is I will sub the cos into it. So I will get something like sine square, actually, because sine square plus cos square equals to 1. So sine square is equals to 1 minus cos square. Alright, so you should know about this formula. So it is 1 minus cos square x minus 3 over 2 cos x plus 1. Right, and then I will just like expand into it. So it's 4 minus 4 cos square x minus 3 over 2 cos x plus 1. So 4 minus 3, I will get 1. So which is 1 minus 4 cos square x over 2 cos x plus 1. And you realize something is this is perfect square number and this is perfect square number also. So that means I can change this one is 1 square minus 2 square and cos square x. Because everything in terms of square and then middle is a minus, we know we can factorize it, right? We can factorize it, become 1 minus 2 cos x and 1 plus 2 cos x. Alright, so what I will do is I will change this one into that pattern. So which is 1 minus 2 cos x and 1 plus 2 cos x over 2 cos x plus 1. And you realize they are the same, right? So I can simplify here and then I got the answer. They are right, Sean. Oh, no, proof, I will write proven. Because the question asks you to prove. Alright, this is how we do this kind of identity question. Alright, so okay, then what happened here is basically we have to sketch the graph for this one. So yeah, I will try to sketch in a very small place here. So if I want to sketch this one, okay, I will need some space here, so I will sketch over here. The equation is basically y equals to 1 minus 2 cos x, right, from 0 to 2 pi. So if I sketch this one over here, I will always do the plus 1 first. Let's say this is x as it. So plus 1 is somewhere here maybe. Since the amplitude is true 2, so from 1 here I will add 2 unit to the top and then I will add 2 unit to the bottom. So therefore I will have 3 here and then I have negative 1 here. Okay? Because this, so over here this is 3, this is 1, this is negative 1. Alright, and then because this is negative 2, so supposedly your cos graph is look like this without negative. But if with the negative, this graph actually will flip over. The graph actually will look like this. Alright, so I will just sketch this one, and then the cycle is just 1, so it's not too hard. So you should have, let me use the green color. you should have something look like this. Okay, so yeah, so from here you should label your pi is here, your 2 pi will be here, and then this one will be your pi over 2, which is half pi. This one will be 1.5 pi, which is 3 over 2 pi. Okay, this is how you sketch this one, and then this one will be y. I hope it's not too difficult for you. Okay, so let me just scroll back. Okay, so then the question basically asks you to use the same axis, sketch the suitable straight line for it. So yeah, we need to sketch the straight line for this one. So we know basically this is y, isn't it? Because this one we already did in the part 1, so we know is equals to 1 minus 2 cos x, and 1 minus 2 cos x is equals to y, so the whole thing is y. So pi y minus x over 2 equals to 2 pi. In order to have a straight line, I will need to change it into a y equals to mx plus c pattern. So I will just like move around everything. So I just divide pi first. I don't like to have a pi here. I will divide pi here, I will divide pi here, I will divide pi here. So no more pi, no more pi. So I will have y, I moved this thing to the other side, become x over 2 pi positive plus 2. Alright, then in order to sketch this one into the diagram here, I will basically need to sketch a table, x and y. So I will say when x equal to 0, you sub the 0 into the x here, you basically will get 2. Okay, so when x equals to 2 pi, you sub the 2 pi here, 2 pi divided by 2 pi is 1, so you get 3 here. So you have 2 coordinates, 0, 2. So at 0 here, you will add 2 somewhere here, and then at 2 pi, you actually will add 3 here. Yep. Then you just sketch this straight line. Okay, so then the straight line actually will touch 2 coordinates. So the question asks you to state the number of solution. So the number of solution here will be 2. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then realize it's hang again, so I will need to restart it. Okay. Okay, this is linear law question. I will skip first because I will need to use a graph paper. I will come back this one later. Okay, then we go to the question number 9 here. Okay, a survey on the MRSM students showed that 70% of them further their study at a local institution. So if 10 MRSM students are chosen at random, find the probability that not more than 2 students further their study at local institution. So in this case, I know P basically equals to 70. I mean, not 70%. 70% basically is 70 over 100, which is P equals to 0.7. If you simplify, so Q should be 1 minus P, so it will be 0.3. So in this case, N equals to 10. Okay, and X is the thing they say. They say they want to find the probability the student is not more than 2. So that means must be less or equals to 2. Then you need to find out everything when x equals to 0, plus when x equals to 1, plus when x equals to 2. And then you just substitute into the formula. Just in case you do not know about the formula, I can write it down. So it's just x equals to r. So the formula is NCR, and then PR, Q, N minus R. Alright, this is the formula. So I will just substitute everything into the formula here. So my N is 10, so I will have 10C0, 0.7 power of 0, and 0.3 power of 10, plus 10C1, 0.7 power of 1, 0.3 power of 9, plus NC2, 0.7, N is 10, sorry, 10C2, 0.7 power of 2, 0.3 power of 8. Right, and then you type everything in your calculator. I hope you know how to type in your calculator. And then you should be able to get the answer easily. Just make sure you don't type wrongly, because I already typed this question just now. So yeah, I will get a value which is 0.00159. Alright, just type everything into your calculator, make sure key in all the value correctly, then should be okay. And for the next part, it is found that 280 students further their study at local institution. Find the total number of students involved in this survey. So for this question is actually quite tough if you don't get it what the question trying to say. The question trying to say is about, I can understand like this way. That's mean in the for the MARA, which is MRSM, you have average 280 students actually go into the institution. So the question asks you find out what is the total number of students involved in this survey. So therefore, if average we know is something to do with mean. Mean in this topic we know is basically n multiply p. So therefore the average is 280. What I will do is I will do 280. N will be the total, p will be 0.7. Then I will say n equals to 280 divided by 0.7. Then my n is 400. So therefore in this case we have 400 students actually involved in this survey. Right, so yeah, this one if you don't get the idea it is mean, basically there's no way you can find the correct answer. Alright, so let's move on to B. Okay, so the mass of the student in the university is normally distributed with the mean of m kg and the variance is 25 kg. So normally for part B, I know variance is not so useful. I will change it to the standard deviation. Standard deviation is square root of variance, which is square root 25, then you will get 5. Because we always need to use this formula, z equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. So I will always want to make sure I'm very cautious about the variance. I will always change it into a standard deviation. So can I use the 100 divide 70 multiply 280 for the previous question? Yeah, I guess you 100 divide by 70. Oh, you change it into the, yeah, I guess you can do that. You should get the same answer with mine, right? Okay, let me just continue here, sorry. Okay, so the values of m is x% of students have the mass more than 70 kg. So that means I know for the mass, x, I will let x become the mass of the student, alright? So the x is more than 70, we have 8%. 8% is 8 divided by 100, which is 0.08. Right, so in order to find this one, because we don't have the value mean here, so we know basically this is probability distribution, so we will actually need to change it into z. When you change to the z, whatever this value is x, so you need to use 70 minus mean, which is the m here, over standard deviation 5, and then you will get 0.08. And then normally I will sketch out this diagram over here, and since it's bigger because the question say more than, so I know it's over here. 0.08 is very small, so it's roughly here. The probability here is 0.08. So I know my 70 minus m over 5 is belong to this line. Alright, it's belong to this line over here. So yeah, that means you can straight away find from your z value table where is the 0.08. Yeah, just reply for the Amanda Luis. Yeah, we'll have the live for the modern math. So far, I have no plan to do live for modern math because a lot of students can do well in modern math. So yeah, but I definitely will have one live class one day before your real SPM modern math exam. Maybe I will do one. Yes. So okay, let's go back to this question first. Okay, so I will find the probability 0.08 from the Z value table here. I basically will get 1.406. So the question says this one should equals to 1.406. Alright, so I will just solve this one to actually to find the M. Alright, this one you just find from your table. Okay, 0.08. So therefore from here you can just solve it. So you multiply 5. So it is 1.406 multiply 5. So you get 7.03. So 70 minus M equals to 7.03. So M will equals to 70 minus the answer. So you will get 62.97. Alright, I hope my answer is correct. Okay, so the next one, the probabilities. Okay, let me see whether I have Z value table here or not. Okay, I should have some Z value table. If I have, then I can like show you how to actually find it. See, give me a moment. If you ask, maybe I can try to find it. I should have downloaded it somewhere in my laptop, so I will need some time to actually find it out. Some paper actually do give about that table. Yeah, I couldn't find it. Z table. Okay, it's fine. I will just use the camera to actually show you how to find, because yeah, I should have the soft copy, but then I'm not sure where to actually I put the soft copy. So yeah, just let's say you have this table. I hope you can actually see this table, and then for the value like 0.08, you have to find inside here. So from this table over here, yeah, you can use the calculator, yes, but normally I will use table because I kind of forget how to use the calculator already. Okay, so you will see 0.08 is somewhere here. I hope you can see that. So this one is 0.0808. So you need to minus 4. Then you will have to scroll to the other side. You need to minus 8. So you see, actually, in order to subtract 8, you have the number 6, right? Then you follow back what is the first number here. This is 1.4, and this number is 0. Then you have to subtract at a 6, right? So this is how I get 106. I hope you can get it. Okay, if you still don't, then yeah, maybe you can go to check out my probability distribution video. I do actually explain on how to find it. Okay, if you want to find a shorter distance, because the student just asked how to find a shorter distance, you just need to find the perpendicular distance, means the distance with the 90 degree. Okay, so but let me come back to this question because I need to finish it soon. Alright, so okay, so we got the M. So the probability that students chosen at random from the university will have the mass less than 50 kg. Okay, so the question asks about the mass less, or they want a probability. So I will need to find a probability the X will less than 50. Alright, this one shouldn't be too difficult. So I will change to Z. This 50, I will 50 minus the mean, 62.97 over standard deviation, which is 5. So I will get the negative value, I guess. So I will get 50 minus 62.97 divided by 5. So I will get less than negative 2.594. Alright, and for this topic, if you see less and negative together, you can just change it to the bigger 2.594. Alright, then you straight away find this value from the table. So if I find this value from the table itself, 2.5, and then I go for the 9, and I go for the 4. It's too many zero here. Answer here say is 0.00474. Alright, so I am not sure my answer is correct or not. So now I am actually checking my answer, but I hope it is correct. So this is question number 9. Alright, so question number 9 here, yeah, which is correct. Okay, so student actually asked me to draw the shorter distance for him. So basically, if you have the line AB, and then AB, and then I say C will be shorter distance to AB. So let's say C is somewhere here. So how do I make the C shorter distance to AB? I will need to make sure it will form a 90 degree at AB. Let's say C is somewhere here. Shorter distance from C to AB is the C to AB here form the 90 degrees. So this is the distance you want to find. This is the shorter distance. This one is the shorter distance. Right, so and then you just use the distance formula. Okay, you have the coordinate of C, and then maybe you have the coordinate for this one, then you just do the shorter distance. Actually, I do explain just now. If you miss it, maybe you can just like watch the video after the YouTube uploaded it. So it's lag a little bit, so I will need to restart it again. Okay, so now we go to the vector. So in diagram 10, you have the trapezium such that OA is parallel to CB. So you have OA is parallel to CB. E is the midpoint, so here is the midpoint. Alright, so D is a point on OC such that OD is 2, DC is 1. OD is 2, here is 1. Alright, so the straight line AD and OE intersect at F is given that OA equals to 2CB. So OA equals to double of CB. Okay, so OA equals to 4U. So this is 4U here. So I know CB will be 2U because it's double of it. So here should be 1U. C to E should be 1U only. And then E to B should be another U. But then the whole thing CB here is equal to 2U. Alright, so it's very obvious. And OC equals to 3C. So 3C I should know. Here it should be 2C. And here should be 1C. Alright, so the whole thing will be 3C. Okay, sorry, it's not the C, I mean V. So this one will be 2V. This one will be 1V. Alright, so okay, so okay, then what the question 1, express U express u and v. So you need to find the OE. So O to E. So I know OE basically will equals to OC plus CE. Alright, it's quite simple. O to C is just 3V. C to E is just 1U. I mean 3V plus U. That's all. And then you want to find the AD. A to D. Alright, so I will say is AO plus OD. Okay, AO is the opposite direction, will be negative 4U. OD is just 2V plus 2V. Okay, this is negative 2U plus 2V. Simple. Right, then it's given that OF equals to HOE and AF equals to KAD. And then where H and K are constant, express OF in terms of that one. So yeah, basically this one is just some substitution. So OF, the question asks you to express OF, right? So I will just express the OF here. Equal to H, my OE is 3V plus U. That's all. Yeah, you can leave like this. If you want to expand, you can always expand it, which is 3HV plus HU. Alright, plus HU. Okay, then the question asked me to have the K here, so I will need to use this one. So but then the problem is I don't have any OF over here. So if I don't have any OF here, what I will do is I will just separate this one. AF will become AO plus OF. Then I will have OF here. So I have AO plus OF, which you will get KAD. AD, which is negative 4U plus 2V. This is U, alright. Then I will solve this one. So OF will equals to, I multiply in negative 4 KU plus 2KV minus AO. AO is negative 4U minus negative 4U. So therefore, U and U, this one will become plus. So U and U I will join together. So this one becomes 4 minus 4K U plus 2KV. Alright, and then we're done. The last part of the question actually asks you, okay, so the last part of the question actually asks you to find H and K. And then the problem is both also you have OF here, right, isn't it? Then you just do the comparing. So you're comparing their U and comparing their V. Alright, so if I comparing their U, so I will say comparing U over here. So the U here is H. The U here is this one, right? So I can say H equals to 4 minus 4K. And then I will do this comparing for V. So if I comparing the V here, the V here is 3H, the V here is 2K. So I can say 3H equals to 2K. And then I will do some substitution. Alright, so you can see 4 minus 4K equals to 2K. Then I will actually get 12 minus 12K equals to 2K. Then I get 14K equals to 12. So K equals to 6 over 7. Then I substitute here 4 minus 4, 6 over 7. Then yeah, you use the calculator, is 28 over 7 minus 24 over 7. Then you will get 4 over 7. Alright, this is how we get the value of H and K. Alright, so yeah, for those students who ask something like not related to this question, I might answer at the last after I finish this paper. Maybe we have a short Q&A section, then maybe you can ask your question over there. Okay, because right now I will need to focus on my question. Okay, for this one, integration. Diagram 11 will show the curve where which intersect the y-axis at a point P. So you can see the intersect y-axis at a point P. Alright, so the question asks you to find the equation of the tangent to the curve at a point P. So I will need to find the coordinate P first. So on the y-axis, we always have one information on the y-axis, because whatever thing on the y-axis, x conformer equals to 0. So x will equal to 0. So I will just sub the 0 into here. So y equals to 3, 1 minus 0 square. So you will get 3, because 3 multiplied 1. So I know this one is 3 here. Okay, it's quite easy to get the coordinate p here. Okay, then in order to get the equation of tangent, I say the step 1 is you doing the dy dx. So your dy dx, you will get something like, move the 2 in front, you will get 6, 1 minus 2x power of 1, and then differentiate whatever inside the bracket, you will get negative 2. So after you differentiate, you will get negative 12, 1 minus 2x. Alright, and then the second step is you substitute the x value into the dy dx. So the x value in this case is equal to 0 because p is on the y-axis, so x is 0. So into the dy dx here, my dy dx, which is my gradient, will equals to negative 12, 1 minus 0, which is negative 12. So the third step is you sub the coordinate p using the gradient into this formula. Then you can get the equation easily. So it's y minus 3 equals to m, which is negative 12, x minus 0. So y equals to negative 12x plus 3. Alright, this is how we form the equation of tangent. Alright, so then let me move on. Find the area of the shaded region. So in order to find the area of shaded region, so my logic is I will need to integrate this curve. I will need to integrate this curve from half to 1 over 2. From half to 1 over 2, then I will get the whole area here. Okay, so after I get the whole area here, and then I will plus this triangle. Triangle basically is very easy. I guess all of you can find the area of triangle. It's half multiply the base. The base is 3 minus 1.5, which is the 3 over 2 also. Multiply the height. Of course, we need to know what is the height here. Okay, so in order to find the height here, we will find the equation of curve at the point P. Okay, we will need to find out. Yeah, you can sub the x equal to 3 over 2 into this equation. You can get the y value easily. So I will sub into here 1 minus 2, 3 over 2 square. Alright, so I will solve this one. This is 3. Simplify, you will get 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. Negative 2 square, which is 4. So y equals to 12. So this value here is 12. Alright, so multiply 12. Then you get the area of triangle here. This is 4. Simplify, you will get 3. So this is 3. This is 9. Alright, so 3 times 3 is 9. So this area of triangle is 9. So I just need to I integrate from half to 3 over 2. Then I will integrate from 1 over 2 to 3 over 2 for the whole equation. So 3 I can leave it outside. Then I will write 1 minus 2x square. So when you integrate, 3 is remain outside. And then inside, what we will do is power will plus 1. 2 will plus 1 become 3. Divide by the total power 3. And then we will differentiate whatever inside the bracket. We will get negative 2 here. And then this one will be 3 over 2 and half. So what we do next is basically we will substitute the value into it. Alright, so let's do it. So we have 1 minus 2 multiply 3 over 2. We will get 3, right? Cube over negative 6. Minus, we substitute again 1 over 2 into here. 1 minus 2 multiply 1 over 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is 0. Power of 3 over negative 6. So the whole thing is just 0. You can ignore it. Then you only need to do this one. This is negative. This one will be... Okay, this one will be negative 2. So it will be negative 8. Negative 8 over negative 6. So you have 8 over 6. So this one should be 3 multiply positive 8 over 6. Simplify. Okay, this one will be 24 over 6. Both also can divide by 2. 12 over 3. Right, so you want to find the shaded area. Will be 12 over 2. Yeah, 12 over... Yeah, we can divide. This is just 4, sorry. equals to 4. 4 plus 9. Alright, so if you ask me about total shaded area, will be 4 plus 9, which is 13 unit square. Okay, so the volume generated when the region passed by the curve, the y-axis, the x-axis and y-axis, and revolve 360. So you need to find the area which is powered by the curve, y-axis and x-axis. So I guess the question trying to means here, and then this part is going to rotate on the x-axis 360 degree. So yeah, so we just do the volume thing. So basically you have something like this, and then this part is going to rotate 360 on the x-axis. So here will be dy here, it will be dx because rotate on x-axis. Dx, so here need to be y square, and then integrate pi I will leave outside. So this one is basically we need to know about, this one is from 0 to half. So here will be 0 to half. Okay, this is how we find the volume. This is the formula for volume. So pi, so I will substitute because dx mean must be in terms of x, then only you can do the integration. So I will substitute my y into here, and then I will square my y. Y is like this, so y square will be 9, 1 minus 2x power of 4. Alright, so will be 9. I will leave the 9 outside also. So it will be 1 minus 2x power of 4. This is 9 pi, right? So if I leave like 9 outside, so equals to 9 pi. And then this one I will integrate 1 minus 2x power plus 1, which is 5, divide by total power. Differentiate inside, you will get negative 2 right at the bottom, 0 and half. Alright, then I will just solve this one, which is 9 pi. Okay, so I sub the half into it, I basically get 0. So the first one is just 0. And I sub the 0 into it, I will actually get 1 power of 5, which is 1. So it will be, I will get something like 1 over negative 10. So it will be plus 10. Alright, so yeah, so and then this one I will get 1 over 10. So my final answer should be, then I multiply, should be 9 over 10 pi. Of course, you can use the calculator to get the correct answer. So you will get something like 2.827454. Alright, so if you want decimal, you can leave in that form. Yeah, so yeah, we finished about the section B already. Then we will go to the, we'll have a look on some question on sections C here. But I think we will discuss about question 12. We'll discuss about question 13 and 14. Okay, before we end about this virtual class. So let me just restart the OneNote because you can see actually it's hang already. Okay, so for the Azim Raza, if you have the question, I guess you are trying to ask something about math, you might go to my Facebook page and then you just send the personal message to me. I'm trying to help you through there. Okay, so for question 12 here, the diagram 12 show the triangle ABC is, and given that AB ratio AC is 3:1. So we have AB equals to 3, AC equals to 1. This is just ratio. This one doesn't mean it's its length. So you know BC is basically 30 cm. Okay, this one is a bit unusual, so I'm going to call it K bar. Okay, find the length of AB. Alright, so see we have the ratio here and we don't have any length, so I will just assume this one become 3x. Because mean 3 can multiply any value. So this one I call it 1x. And then I will use a cosine rule to actually solve this one. Cosine rule actually tell you that you have a square, you have cosine rule basically tell you that a square equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. And then you can move the square to the other side, become square root. So therefore b and c is my both side. Okay, angle A is a 60 degree. So I will say this is 3x square plus x squared minus 2 multiply 3x multiply with x and then cos 60 degree. And then I will square root it. And then my a is basically is 30. I can get 30. Actually, I don't need to square root it because at the end I need to move the square root to the other side, become 30 square. So this one is 9x squared plus x squared. I have 10x squared over here. And then cos 60 is basically 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 and 2 I will simplify. So I will minus 3x squared. So if I minus 3x squared, this one will basically, you will get 7x squared equals to 900. Then I can get my x over here. Okay, so I hope my answer is correct because it's a bit weird for me. So these are 900 divided by 7. 9x squared plus x squared, 10x squared. Cos 60 is 1 over 2, which is correct. Simplified 3x times x is 3x squared. Okay, 7 square root equals to x. So if you want me to find the length of AB, if you want to find the length of AB, AB is just 3 multiply x. So it's 3 multiplied with square root 900 over 7. And then we'll use the calculator to actually solve this one. 3 multiply square root 90 over 7. Then I will get 34.02 cm. Alright, this is how we solve this kind of question. And I also hope my answer is correct. Okay, so if answer is correct, then I will move on to the next question. So the answer is 34.017. Yeah, if 3 decimal place, it will be same with marking scheme, 017 cm, because I leave it 2 decimal place. Yeah, why 30 square? Because I moved the square root to the other side. What do you see? Actually, the next step, the square root over here actually missing because I moved to the other side already. So the square root will become square on the other side. That means I square both sides. So that means I square both sides over here. So square and square root I cancel already. So I get 30 square. Alright, so okay. So and then you need to find a triangle of ABC. So you want to find a triangle of ABC, I guess it's good you find out the both length. This is 34.017. This one is just 1x, right? So I can use the calculator to find out what is x. So it's just like square root 900 over this one over 7. This length is 11.339. So if I want to get the area of triangle over here, I will just use the half BC sine A. Alright, B and C is both sides. Alright, so half B in this case is 34.017 and C in this case it will be 11.339 and then multiply sine 60. And then you use your calculator, you can get the answer easily. So we half multiply 34.017 and then multiply 11.339. So basically you will get 192.86 centimeter square. Am I miss A2? Yeah, the question asks you to find about A2. ACB. So I will need to find the ACB. Yeah, sorry I didn't see that. I need to find this angle. So since I have all sides already, I will use sine, is easier. So I will say sine ACB, which is theta, over 34.017, and then equals to sine, I will use 60 because I have the 60, over 30. Alright, then I can find my theta. I just move my 34.017 to the other side. It become multiplied, and then I move my sine to the other side. So sine 60, make sure your calculator in degree, because this is degree. Sine 60 over 30. And then we will multiply 34.017. Okay, you will get 0.982. And then I will move my sine to the other side. I shift sine my answer. I will actually get 79.11 degree. Alright, this is for the part A2. Okay, so yeah, then we can easily get the 7 mark. This one is considered very easy to get, and you can realize it's actually hang again. Oh my god. So I will just cancel it and open it again. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Okay. Oh my god, what is my angle just now? Okay, it's an 79.11. Okay, we have some issue over here. Just now I say this answer is 79.11, right? But I just realized this is obtuse angle, because this angle obviously is look like it bigger than 90. Because just now we shift sine answer already. We actually have two answers, because sine get positive in first and second quadrant, right? So therefore your theta can have two answers. The first answer is 79.11. The second answer is 180 minus this one. So I will use 180 minus my answer just now. I will get 100.89. And I guess this one is the correct one, because this one seems like the obtuse angle. So I will reject this answer. So and then I will take the 100.89. Alright, so yeah, so this one is not 79.11 anymore. This one should be 100.89. Alright, then I can get this angle if I want. Okay, so let's go to the ambitious case here. So the size of AC is extended to the points to the new C, and such that BC and BC will be the same. So this one you always remember about the isosceles case. You should always remember about isosceles triangle. That's mean if I have the BC here, I trying to make it isosceles triangle, something like that, and then I will extend this one going to be here to meet it, because these two must be the same length, and then my new C will be somewhere here. Okay, so this one will be my new triangle, if you see that. And yeah, it's why this time hangs so fast, so I'm so sorry about so much technical issue. I try to find any other app which is better than OneNote, because you see this is what happened to OneNote. It will like hang all the time. So yeah, so if you understand, so then I will draw a line. It must look like, okay, let me just use the insert, and then I use the line function here, because I can draw a very nice line here. I want to make sure it look like isosceles. And then the next thing I will do is basically I will just extend this one to meet here. Okay, so make it thicker a bit, then you can see that. Alright, so therefore let me just erase something in the background here. Okay, therefore your new C will be here. You see this one and this one is the same length, so here will be 30 cm. Alright, so and then what we know about this is we can easily get this angle, because this angle is just 180 minus this one, isn't it? So you will get 79.11. And because this is isosceles, right, you can know this angle easily also. It's 79.11. Then you can get this angle as well. But what the question wants, it asks you to sketch a triangle, so you just sketch the triangle ABC, which is this pattern. So you just draw nicely to show the examiner you actually understand this one. So you should write like 30, 34.017, 60, 79.11. Yeah, this is how you should sketch your triangle. And then label it definitely B, A, and C dot. Okay, then the next thing asks you to find the shorter distance B to AC. Yeah, this is a shorter distance B to AC. That's means shorter distance, I say always need to have the distance which is 90 degrees to the AC. So you should be able to see you have a right angle triangle over here. So I will draw out this right angle triangle just in case you didn't see it. And then I have this angle over here is 79.11. I have 30. Now I want to find the shorter distance, which is D here, isn't it? So in order to find the D here, I will use sine, opposite the hypotenuse. So it's sine 79.11 equals to D over 30. Then I can find my shorter distance easily by moving 30 to the other side. So I will have sine 79.11 multiplied with 30. So my shorter distance should be 29.46 centimeter. Alright, this is how we find the shorter distance. I hope you can understand this whole 12 mark question. It's not really hard as long as you get it. Okay, then we go to the question 13. Okay, this one is the motion along the straight line. So a particular move along the straight line and passing through the fixed point O with the velocity 10. Okay, when it passing through the fixed point O, that means at O itself, t mostly is equals to 0, because this sentence, t is the time after leaving O. That means at origin itself, t is still 0. But after you leave the O, then you start to calculate t in second. Alright, so the first sentence over here trying to tell you when t equals to 0, v will equals to 10. And most of the time he give you this information is for what? Is to find the values of c. Is to find c. Why you will have c? Because later you will need to do the integration. When you need to do the integration, you will have the plus c. So you will need to use this information to find the value of c here. Alright, so let's see. The first one, 3 mark, asks you to find the maximum velocity. So in order to find the maximum velocity, I know maximum velocity means dv dt equals to 0. And dv dt at the same time is equals to a. So a equals to 0. So I have the a equation here, right? So I know 0 equals to 4, 2 minus t. So t equals to 2 here. Okay, so if t equals to 2, I need to find the maximum velocity. I need to substitute back into my v expression here. But I don't have any expression about v, right? Mean the equation of v. So in order to get the equation of v, I will need to integrate my a dt. So I will integrate a. So I will integrate 4 I will leave outside because it's just constant value, 2 minus t. So if I integrate this one, I will get 2t minus t squared over 2 plus c. Alright, so this one should be 8t minus 2t squared plus c equals to v. Then we need to find c, right? This is the reason why we have this information. I'm going to sub this information into this one. So when t equals to 0, this is 10, 0 minus 0 plus c. So c equals to 10. Then I have my equation of v here, which is 8t minus 2t squared plus 10. And then the question basically asks me to find the maximum velocity. So what I will do is I will substitute t equals to 2 into here. So I substitute t equal to 2 into here. I will have 16 minus 4, 8 plus 10. So my velocity should be 18. Okay, so then I will follow back the unit, which is meter per second. Alright, this is how you get the 3 mark. Yes, so first thing you have to understand what is the meaning of maximum velocity. Maximum velocity means dv dt, and then you will need to know dv dt means a, so you make a equal to 0, solve it to find t value. You don't stop here because the question doesn't ask you to find time. The question asks you to find the velocity. Okay, then B is displacement when it stops. Okay, so when I see stop, I know velocity equals to 0. So I will just sub 0 into my v here. So then I will have something like 0 equals to negative 2t squared plus 8t plus 10. I will divide negative 2 for the whole equation. So then I get t squared minus 4t minus 5. Then I will factorize this one, which is t minus 5, t plus 1. So my t equals to 5. The negative 1, I will ignore it. So you have t equal to 5, but the question is not finding the t. The question asks you to find displacement. They want to know about s. So in order to get the s, we need to integrate v again. Alright, so I will integrate v here. So s equals to integrate v. Integrate v, you have to take the original equation. You cannot take the equation you already simplified. So this is 8t minus 2t squared plus 10. So I will actually get 8t squared over 2, which is 4t squared, minus 2t cubed over 3 plus 10t plus c. Alright, so then because at the origin s equals to 0, t equals to 0. You sub into here, you will get c equals to 0. So therefore, my S equation is just 4t squared minus 2t cubed over 3 plus 10t. And you just got your t just now, right? Which is 5. So you need to substitute your 5 into the equation S here. So S equals to 5 squared is 25 minus 5 cubed is 125 over 3 plus 510, which is 50. Then you just solve this equation, you will be able to get the correct answer. 100 plus 50 minus 250 over 3. So you should get 200 over 3. Or if you prefer decimal, which is 66.67. Alright, then you done already. The last part, they ask you to find the total distance of the particle in the first 8 seconds. So for this kind of total distance thing, I want to find out the particle do make U-turn or not. How do we know? We always test when v equals to 0. Do you find any time value? And we did just now. When v equals to 0, we actually find time equals to 5. That means the particle will U-turn at this moment. So the particle actually will make U-turn at this moment at t equals to 5. Alright, so if I know about this one, so what I will do is I will find my total distance will equals to my integrate from 0 to 5, my v, because integrate v you can get s, which is distance, plus from 5 to 8, because the question 1 0 to 8, right, first 8 seconds. Then I will do this one. It's easier. That means you no need to sketch out the diagram. And the next thing you will do is basically you will just substitute into it, and then basically you already integrate v before. You will get this equation, right? So which is the 4t squared minus 2t cubed over 3. This one is after you done the integration. Then this is 0 and 5. Okay, then I will do the same thing for this one. 4t squared minus 2t cubed over 3 plus 10t, and then from 5 to 8. We already sub the 5 into here before, and then you will get this one, right? 66.67 or 200 over 3. So this one, 0, you sub into here, you will get 200 over 3 minus 0. I solved the first part. Then I need to plus the second part here. This one, you will need to sub the 8 into it. Okay, I will do it quickly by using the calculator. Or you can do manually together. This is 4 multiplied with 64. 8 squared is 64. This one will be 80. Okay, it's just the only problem with this one. So I will say 4 times 64, and then I plus the 80, and then I minus this one. I minus 2 multiplied with 8 power of 3 over 3. So I basically get negative 16 over 3 minus, I substitute 5 into that, so which is 200 over 3. Okay, when you get the negative value here, because end up you will get a negative value, add the modulus on it, because it just means it's on the negative zone. Then you just join them together. This one should be 216 over 3, which is 72. This one should be 72 here, plus the 66.67 here. So I will plus 66.67. Your final answer should be 138.67. Because it's actually hang already, so I just finish this one, then only I scroll. Yeah, I hope my answer is correct here. Yeah, 138 and 203. Yes, which is correct. Okay, so I will go to the one last question. So I will need to restart my OneNote one last time. Okay, so yeah, we're going to hang all the time. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, it's a very long paper. Even I explain until also like quite tiring. Okay, anyways, just the one last one. And thanks for the 23 students who are still watching it. Okay, so this is index number. Table 14 will show the price index and weightage of 4 items A, B, C, D in the production of type of fruit or food. Okay, so the composite index of cost making the food in 2017 based on 2005 is 105.6. Alright, so then find the values of x. Give your answer, give your comment on the change of the, okay, you need to give comment. Okay, it's the very first time. Okay, anyways, we know about formula for composite index, right? Just basically is sum of index number multiplied with weightage. Alright, so yeah, we will, this is W, so we will need to do this thing over here, and it's hang again. Oh my god. So just let me just, because I will need that space to actually write something. Okay, I hope I can erase now. Okay, yeah. Okay, so therefore this is W, so I can find the IW here. That means I multiply them, which is 400. I multiply them, which is 360. I multiply them, which is 2x. I multiply them, which is 106. Okay, so just now I say composite index is sum of index number multiplied weightage divided by total weightage. Alright, so sum of weightage here is just plus them together, 7, 10. Okay, so sum of index number multiplied weightage, this one you basically need to plus. I will use the calculator to quickly do it. 760 plus 106. So this one will be 866 plus 2x. So since we know the index number, which is 105.6, and then this one is 866 plus 2x over 10, and then we'll solve this equation. So this one is just 1056 minus 866 equals to 2x. Then I can get my x easily by divide 2 for this answer. So 1056 minus 866. So I get 190 divided by 2. So the index number is 95. And then the question asks you to comment on this. So in order to comment on this, if the index number is less than 5, right, I will say the cost become cheaper. You can say the cost is depreciate, or you can say cost become, the cost of C become cheaper on 2017. Yeah, you can use any of your own words to actually comment on this. Of course, I will try to see how the marking scheme comment on this. Okay, the question marking scheme actually, oh, the comment they want, if they want more mathematics, actually, yeah, they say 5% change. Yeah, they actually say percentage of price change is 5%. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, percentage of price change is 5%. Of price change equals to 5% according to the marking scheme. Or you can also say the percentage of price change decrease 5%. Yeah, you can use any of your own words to comment on it. Okay, then calculate the price of item B if 2015 is basically is 7 ringgit 80 cent. So for item B, I will need to check the index number for B. So therefore, I know the formula for index number is the price for 2017 over the price for 2017, 2015, multiply 100, you should get the index number, which is 120 according to the question. So then you just substitute into this formula. So price for 2017 is unknown, is what you want to find. And this one, price for 2015 is 7 ringgit 80 cent. Though this one 100 move over here is 1.2. Then you can easily get your price for 2017, just multiply 1.2. So 7.8 times 1.2. So the price should be RM 9 ringgit 36 cent. Alright, this is how we easily get the 2 mark here. And the last part C over here, the composite index of the cost making the food. The food, I guess, is combining with ABCD, expected to increase by 15%. of the year of 2017 to the 2019. So I guess this is 2019 based on 2017. So I know the index number for 19/17 now is plus 15, right? So it's 115. Alright, so then the question asks you to find the composite index 2019 based on this one. Okay, so for index number, I can say this is, okay, let me do like this way. Let me use Q. Just now I used P, now I use Q. Q19 over Q17 multiply 100 equals to 115. So Q19 over Q17 will be 115 over 100. Because I'm trying to use the chain rule to do that. Okay, and then we got the composite index for 0. We have the index number for 17/15, right? What is the index number again? 105.6. So it's 105.6. I will doing the same method here. Then I get Q17 over Q15. I get 105.6 over 100. Because multiply 100, I move to the other side, divide 100. And then I'm doing the change rule. Because the question actually, they want the composite index for 1915. So that means they want an index number for 19/15. That means is basically is Q19/Q15 times 100. Okay, so in order to get this one Q1519, I will do the change rule over here. If you are MF student, you should know what's the change rule. And the middle one must be the same. So with Q17, and the whole thing multiply 100. Then I just substitute the things here is 115 over 100, and I just substitute this one is 105.6 over 100, and then multiply 100. 100 and 100 I simplified, then I got the composite index by using the calculator lah. So I get 115 over 100 multiply 105.6. So I will get the composite index is 121.44. Alright, this is how we get this one. So how to know the percentage or price change, where to get 5%? Sorry, so I didn't explain much just now. If you get composite index is 95. So you have 95 here means what? Because if I write the 100 over here, mean the price from 2015 to 2017 is remain unchanged. This one actually mean remain unchanged. So if I write the price index is 120 here, basically mean the price from 2015 to 2017 actually increased 20%. So this is the reason why when I get the price index is 95 here, it mean the price actually change, mean decrease 5%. Because 100 is a standard. So whenever you get the value is not 100 means either increase or decrease. Like this one, it increased 6% from 2015 lah. So to 2017 actually increased 6%. I hope I do answer the question from the JL Chan. Okay, so let me just move on to here. Okay, so yeah, we got a composite index already. So the price of 1 kg of food in 2009 asks you to find. Okay, so the price of 2017 is 85. So I will use back the same thing. This is the index number. Oops, what happened here? Some technical issue again. Okay, I guess I will need to use my mouse to click it. Okay, maybe I just used the OneNote for too long. It just don't cooperate so good. So I will just one more time. Okay. Okay, don't let me write over there. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, anyways, let me just use a little space at the side here to actually explain about this one. Just now we got the index number for 19/15 is 121.44. Alright, now the question actually asks about price in 2019. So I know this one is price for 2019 over price for 2015. Multiply 100, then I get 121.44. Okay, this one is 17. It's not related lah. So 17 we have to go back to the price index from 1917. 1917 is 115. Okay, so since the question, I thought it's given this one, so this one is wrong. So the index number from 1917 is 115. So this is price for 2019 over price for 2017. Multiply 100, you will get 115. So price for 2017 is 85. So price for 2019 over 85, multiply 100, you will get 115, right? So yeah, price for 2019, just solve this equation. 1.15 multiply 85. 1.15 multiply 85, you should get 97.75. Oops. Yeah, 97.75. This one should be your price. Okay, and the last one is basically is a linear law question. Not linear law. It's a linear programming question. So this one actually need to use graph. So for this kind of question, I will make a video itself for this part to actually explain to you like the graph part, or I will actually discuss it on the next virtual class. So for the next virtual class, I will actually discuss on the Gerda paper 1. Actually, I see some students actually suggest about Gerda paper 2, but I guess I will do both paper lah, because I will want to help the student who are not good in paper 1. At the same time, I can help the student who are not good in paper 2. Alright, so yeah, next week I will discuss about paper Gerda paper, and then we'll go to Pahang paper, and then I try to find one more day, but it might be quite late because normally my class end at 10 or 10:30. So when I can start the virtual class on weekday, it will be after 10 or 10:30. So I try to arrange, see whether I can make it like 2 classes a week, so we can discuss more paper before your SPM MF come. So anyways, yeah, I also hope I can start early, but then weekday I will teach tuition until 10 or 10:30, so there's no way I can start early. So I try to see whether I can change some class or not, because yeah, I try to arrange it, and then I will update all the information in my in my Facebook page. So make sure you do follow my Facebook page, and then you can get all the notification. Alright, I guess that's all for today. Okay, I have one more question here. 6b, what does it mean by maximum? Okay, so the student have question about 6b. Let me just scroll back about 6b, and then let me see what happened over there. Okay, 6b. Okay, what does it mean by maximum? Okay, in MF, right, whenever you see the word maximum, right, it's always something to do is differentiate it, and then you get 0. So if you ask me what does it mean, basically they're trying to rotate the zinc into the cone, and then the question asks you how to get the maximum volume. So in order to get the maximum or minimum, right, you just differentiate it and then you make it equal to 0. Then you can easily get the H or X answer. Then you substitute it back to find the maximum volume. So whenever you see the word maximum or minimum, just differentiate it, make it equal to 0. That's all. Okay, I guess this video is very long because it's about 2.5 hours. So yes. Anyway, thanks for watching. So I will actually stop the live streaming right now. I hope you actually can understand something from this live streaming. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye bye.